Hey guys, James here today, and welcome back to Let's Build this modern beach house thing that's on the water here. So, feedback from last time was really good. I'm glad you guys are really enjoying the start of it so far. So, in case you missed it or you've forgotten because it was forever ago and I took so long to do part two, which apologies. Can I just say this now? We will finish this. This will be finished. This will not end up being a hotel build, a Big Brother house. It will be finished. Now, so in regards to the general feedback and comments, was that it looks cool. It looks cool. Some of the things are weird. So I'm not going to use the photo as reference this time because I think that was a really good starting point, but now I probably want to adjust it and change it. Like, I don't think these all need to be separate. We could maybe have one of these separate if we were going to do something like that, but I feel like they probably should just be joined. I think some people said that this was kind of weird, but I actually kind of like this sort of aspect of this weird sort of balcony out over this way. It provides a nice place to just like sort of sit out and chill out of that area. Obviously, we need columns and that, but it's kind of cool. And I also kind of like how tall it makes the house here with the second level. Anyway, oh yeah, so the other big point of feedback was that it looks weird on the slot because we're doing like terrain editing on all that, and it's obviously like on like a sort of dock thing. But also, this is 100% like a man-made sort of reclaimed area. Like this whole area has been redeveloped and all that kind of stuff. I think what we can do, like I'm going to say this now, we're not going to move this lot because I really, really like this area. Oh, actually, that was the other thing. So many people didn't know where this was. You're like, what world is this? This is Windenburg. Here, let me show you real quick. If we just go to Manage Worlds. This is Windenburg from Get Together expansion pack. It's the biggest world in the game. It's this area here. So this used to be like the public pool, Bath the Real, which obviously we're now turning into a house because I think it's a way cooler place to live, and I don't think I've ever lived here in the game, so that's why we're building there. Yeah, Windenburg is incredible. Like you got the whole island set up, you got the countryside, you got like this sort of old town center, and then you got the brand new redeveloped, modern sort of man-made reclaimed dock area, which I think looks fantastic, and that's why we're building there. But yeah, so on that point, we're gonna stay here. I'm not gonna build somewhere else because I actually really like this space. We haven't really used it too much. But what we can do, because if you look around, obviously there are loads of different elevations. Like we even have like some terrain just there, but you'll also notice there's a lot of like retaining walls everywhere. We've got like a lot of big blocky walls all over the place. So I'm thinking what we can do is do something like that. Try and build some sort of retaining walls around this to make it look like it's been built up. It's going to be like that. That's just kind of how it looks. So that's what we're going to try and do. To the best of our ability. We'll like how that goes. I don't know. We'll find out. I think I'm pretty happy with the terrain. I might actually lower this section down. I don't think I want this close just because it's going to make it harder. What? Sorry, I've been playing like 5 different games today. I was pressing B to bulldoze, and I'm like, why is this not bulldozing? What? This isn't bulldozing. This is outrageous. But yeah, that's not The Sims. That's not this game. Also, why is this not highlighting this? How strange. Yeah, see like how it highlights that? Why does it? Huh. It's not highlighting floor. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to remove those stairs. I'm just going to lower this section down a bit. Can I actually just do it with stairs? Like if I did this, can I like drag it? No. Of course, that'd be too easy. All right, well, what we can do, let's get the terrain tool. Welcome back to Let's Build an Epic House. I want this one. Where is my thing? I thought, no. Maybe it was the other. No, it was this one. I was just doing it wrong. Oh, that's the hardness. That's the size. Sorry, I always forget the damn controls in this thing. What? Why is this not? Oh, it was this one. Oh, okay. Well, it lied to me. Okay, never mind. Which, oh, it's that control. That's like the worst shortcut key ever. It's like control plus the square brackets on the keyboard. So you have to take your hand way off the mouse. Anyway, sorry. Let's go down a little bit. Probably about to there. Why did I make that bigger? Okay, so let's try this. So I think this will be a better height just because it'll give us a nicer... It means we have less of a steep slope here. So I'm hoping what I can do then... We go down a little bit. So that goes to there. So obviously we can't join the existing walls. So what we're gonna have to do, we'll kind of like build retaining walls like this, that then will sort of border. Go to there. Do you reckon, well, actually, you know what? Yeah, this can touch all this. Ooh, it can touch it. So I actually want it to be there. So that means I actually want to move this a little further along. Let me move that for a second. So that will go there. What is that? There's like a... Look at, oh, the terrain is teared. Stop it. All right, so it's gonna come here. Then that can go there. And obviously this cannot join. It just won't let me do it. We might be able to do it with move objects. Sometimes you can. See what we can do though. All right, so it's gonna come around like that. Lovely. Look at that. That's not how it's gonna remain. Don't worry. Oh, okay. No, I gotta do it this way. Remove the wall. Remove the ceiling. Remove the wall. Remove the wall. And then we do the same thing all around. And then we end up with this little... There's probably a better way to do this, but this is just the way I'm doing it. Then we end up with this little retaining wall. Then what I do is I'm going to move it up just a smidge because it's sort of, you can see it's like actually a little bit lower than the terrain there. So, oh, I hate how it does that. Like, I clearly, why would I want the stairs out? I want them here. Don't you dare. I was going to say, don't you dare pop up. Okay. Now, that's fine, probably, because if we put stairs out, it'll probably look okay. All right, so it's going to go there. Then, so yeah, this is what I'm thinking. This is how I think we get around the very unusual terrain on like a dock area. But it also should hopefully blend in with the surrounding area. Okay, make sure it's not popping up. So what kind of walls are we using? I think they're big stone walls. So we might actually even be able to use... What if we use this from... Ooh... No, probably the get together ones would probably make more sense, wouldn't they? Something like that. So we get these like old big blocky walls. Obviously we need to like level this terrain down. So basically the idea is that this wall here is a transition between, you know, the elevations rather than anything else. Rather than it. So then ideally the dock is flat, this area, because it's all like wood. So you know what? Do they have a matching wood to that? I bet they don't. Of course they don't. Why would I think they do? I wonder if we can get a smaller... Oh, you know what? We could. Why don't we continue this around? Could we continue the sort of height from there? Because that means it can sort of blend in really well. Do we want to do a diagonal section? Sure, why not? We do this. Come around. It's going to need to go... That's not right. That's alright, I'll go down a level. Alright, so this needs to go there, that's fine, but then this needs to change. Go further back. And then we just bring this in closer, like there, get rid of this bit. Hang on, go away. Do that. So then we have this sort of lower section of retaining wall. Maybe stop it there, because then you can have a nice like smooth transition slope. Okay, so then, oh, this is going to look good. This is going to look good, I reckon. I mean, it might not, but I'm convincing myself that it will. So, by convincing myself, I live in hopes that it will look good. Alright, so then we get this. We put it down here as well. I'm not sure what we're putting on the top of these. I haven't figured that bit out yet. Because they kind of just are a wall and there's stuff. I mean, like, that's got hedges on it, like just a big fence. We could just do something like that. And then we go for the terrain. And we just click on the top here and we sort of bring this whole section to that exact height. You see? Look at that. And then we'll obviously smooth that transition there. Let's go down a level. Where's my grid? There we go. And then I'm going to make this smaller. Because obviously this, again, this whole section here, right by the dock, needs to be completely level. I'm not quite sure where my foundation disappeared to there. Oh, there we go. I was going to say if I let go, it might reappear. But this, oh, this is going to be a bit tough, isn't it? Because that diagonal there is going to be a little bit of a do-naggle. Oh, there we go. That worked. Good. Because I just want to make sure the foundation gets cut away in the correct locations and then sort of is left open in other ones. Now, this section, we're going to basically just try and make it a little bit smoother. So maybe this one can just... This is probably the only... Hopefully one of the only like sort of sloping areas of terrain that just goes up to this section. I mean, I guess we could do a hard cut here. Maybe even... You know what? Maybe we will do that. You know what? Screw it. Let's do this. Put this here and then we just put stairs going up to this section maybe. Like that. What are they joining to? Hang on. Hold up. So we do that. That all looks like it's pretty even, right? At least in my eyes it does. Oh, it doesn't quite like it though, because I don't think that's a height. Yeah, it looks like it's like the tiniest fraction off. Which is a slight shame. Okay, you know what? Let's just go back to plan A. Plan A was fine for now. Okay, so we do that. have it like that instead. Cover that up with something. I don't know what, but we'll figure it out. Then I don't know. God, again, it loves to do this. It loves to snap the stairs to the height of the foundation rather than, you know, the ground where they're going to. Oh, damn it. Stop. There. And it's probably going to keep resetting. That's something. I also don't really know why I'm using these stairs. These are just kind of the ones I have selected. Okay. Place, please. I don't know. Why aren't they? It's green, but they're not placing. No! Damn. Okay, there. And then there. Lovely. And then the same thing over here. So basically this is, hey guys, welcome to Let's Retain. That's probably a good height actually. I don't know why I got rid of the stairs there though, but I think this height for a wall is pretty good, so I'm going to actually roll with it. So it's going to come around. Then I guess I'll just stop there. We can probably go one further when we sort of lower this all down or get it built properly. Alright, so it's going to go there, going to go here, cross. And then, oh, that's not right. One more. Say, whoop, that's not right. There we go, one more. And then, nope, that's too far. No, that was right. Never mind. Wait, was it? That doesn't, oh, it is right. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, so here. And then straight across. Okay, so this will be our next section. Look at this. This is what I call a work of art. You know, in the Roman times, they used to be like, oh, hey, we need to build a wall. And they're like, how do we do that? They're like, do it the Samaj way. And that's why Roman walls were famously called Samajians. They're like, let's... I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't quote me on that. All right, good. There we go. So that's there. Then we just got to level this terrain to the right height, and then we should be good. So this is, I think, what I'm going to be going for. I think this is a good solution because I like the terrain on this lot, but I do agree with you. You guys have a very valid point about it, you know, being built on a dock and not on, you know, an actual hillside. So I think this is probably a good, or, you know, an okay solution to that oddity of this build. That it is not actually on a hillside, and that I want it to be, but I also like this area, and I don't want to move it to somewhere else. Because I feel like we played on the Windenburg Island so much. Like, I've done so many different Let's Plays there. It's like, I still don't want to live there anymore. I'm bored of it. Alright, that's looking pretty good. We just got to figure out solutions to those little corners. I mean, we can probably just decorate them with, like, plants or something. I don't know. Now, bet you this will give us untold nightmares a number of times, like, just placing stairs. And these, again... Stop. That's so annoying. Okay, this is the one downside to the retaining walls. If stairs are next to like a foundation, they would just like pop up whenever they feel like it. I'm not even sure when it happens. It just decides to happen sometimes. So who knows? So we've got 3 wide. I guess we just do 3 wide here too. There you go. Lovely. Did I not? I thought I leveled all this out. I guess I didn't. Probably fix that. So this wall's actually a little higher, which I guess we didn't need to do. That would also stop the stairs popping up. You know what? Let's level it down, because that's gonna, you know, stop the stairs being dumb. Remember how I was like, yeah, that'll be a good idea. There we go. I just went too far. All right, cool. And then the stairs they look like they've popped up again, but I think they're okay. Because they are in line with the height of the foundation there. But you know what? I'm just going to do them again. Build them off the terrain. Make sure that it's correct. Rather than... Yeah, there you go. Alright. Looking good. And then over here, let me do this level up to there. To there. And obviously we just have to go back at some point and figure out exactly how we are going to... do the joining to the house where it actually doesn't. I think for the most part, you can't even really tell. Like, just looking at the house like this, there's no way you can tell there's this big cliff at the back. But this, I think this looks good. This fits in with the area, doesn't it? Like, you get this sort of man-made, not that bit, ignore that bit. You get this man-made, like, modern structure going onto it. I think that works. I think that's a good solution. We'll do something similar around the back. Now, as for the pool, I like the height of the pool there, but... It obviously is it's higher than where the house is, so we can't join it to the house. But if we were to just bring it down to the height of the house, I don't. How many times have I said house now? Now I don't know why. I also don't know why it's not highlighting, because it should do. This should be. I think. Well, it looks like it's the same height, but it's not really letting me know that it is. Okay, it definitely is. Good. Let me join it. So we can bring it down to the height of the house, and I think that's just going to be easier. It just gave us a bit more sort of depth and dimension at the back if we had it sort of raised up a bit, but I think that's it. I honestly, there's probably just gonna be more trouble than it's worth. Like, we could probably do it, but I just don't know that it's worth killing ourselves over. So let's bring this terrain down, and I think we might even do, we'll do maybe a little retaining wall at the back here too. It's only a small little height change, but I think it might be worth it. Like, we could bring the wall out here, maybe have like stairs that come down or something. So yeah, I kind of like the pool. And then there was also suggestions to do an indoor pool so that we can, so we can use it in any weather, which is probably a good idea too. I think we'll just do both because we have this room here that I wasn't going to use, but I think now we are just because of the way it's changed. You know what? What am I doing? I don't know why I'm doing that. Hang on. Redo that. This room just needs floor and then it'll be fine. There we go. I don't need to level it out. I just put floor in it. Okay. So I think maybe if we just go here along this bit and then do this and then maybe just go straight into the foundation there and then we can just have stairs here. Yeah, that'll work. Let's do that. So I'll come along, go along like this, go along like that. Okay, so that'll be good, I think. So then we just remove the wall, so we have the flooring there. There's got to be a better way to do this. Like, it's just the easiest way I know to draw a room of floor, if that makes sense. Because obviously, like, we have this tool where you can like draw the walls. I wish there was a tool like this that just drew the floor, because you just get big sections of flooring. But the only way I know how to do it is by doing this and then deleting all the walls. And now I don't know if there's a quicker way to delete all the walls, but you know, it's just the way I do it. So tough luck, bucko. Right, so we're going to do this on here. I can't really see it now, so we've got to expose it to the elements. So we'll just quickly bring that down. Why is that bit not going down? What have I put there that means it won't go down? Nothing. Huh. Not sure why that won't go down. I'll figure that out in a second. Alright, so this is going to all be down. Beautiful. Then this is going to be all level. Like so, more or less. There you go. Doesn't really want to get that bit for some reason. I'm wondering if this should all just be this, you know? Now, I'm not sure why I can't go there. Because this should all be the same level. But I think it clearly isn't. You know what? A better way to do this, which I probably should have just done it this way, is just to turn this all into the same room. Like, because if we're going to use this whole area as an outdoor space, it might as well just be a room. Why is this not? Oh, this is just... Oh, I see what I've done. Okay, that explains this, because this is just on the ground. Right. Okay, yep, that makes sense. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can fix that. It's pretty easy. Because we're basically just making this all one height now, which actually will make our lives a lot easier too. Can I just... Yeah, I can just do that bit. Because then we can have a bit that sort of looks like the retaining wall, and then a bit that doesn't. Now that probably should also be part of it. There you go. Alright, so if we do all that, right, then we can also just, you know, we don't have to worry about that retaining wall sort of not being level there, because this should all just work fine now. And then we can sort of bring this bit up here if we want to have like a nice level section. And then just like smooth it out. And then that just acts as like a little thing. I don't know if I want to do that. Probably not. I don't know. I actually don't know why I did that. Because we want it to look... see, like, when did that happen? When did these stairs disappear? You know, why don't we just not do those until the end? Because these stairs are going to keep resetting over there. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, I don't know why I'm using these big blocky stairs. Not these ones. The other ones, like the Jungle Adventure ones. I guess there's not really any point. We should probably just use nice stairs, right? Because it's supposed to be like some modern beach house kind of thing. It's not even a beach, but you know what I mean. Waterfront home. The black stairs are quite nice. Maybe not those ones, but... what are the light up ones? No, I don't like the light up ones. Wait, which ones did I use? I use the other ones. These are pretty good though. Although I feel like I should probably just line up with that door though. That'd make a lot more sense. Let's just do that. Or we could even just make it like a lot bigger. Or does that look silly to have like a larger section of it? Although maybe it looks silly to have a small section of stairs. Okay, I was gonna say my stairs is weird. So maybe it looks silly to have a small section of stairs because the house is so big. So maybe it should be quite big. Like that. No, that will be a different foundation. So this one will be kind of like our retaining wall one. Or maybe it won't be because now it's not really part. I don't know. It's looking good though. I think that looks better because I think that it means we still get all this cool elevation, especially around the front. And it means the house doesn't look so tall on this side, even though it quite clearly is. Like it's like 3 pretty tall levels. And we still get the elevation, but then I think that sort of fits in more with the surrounds of all these big walls everywhere. Especially if we can, I wonder if we can add in any sort of water features because this area has a lot of fountains and a lot of water. Maybe even here we could do like a fountain. Ooh, could we do a fountain here? Where are fountains in here? What if we did that? Can I put it right on the edge? I bet it's going to be like, no. No. Must be at least 1 tile wide. Okay, I mean, it was jerk. No, I want to do. I can put it there, but not on the edge. Which is fine. We should probably have some sort of fountain though, right? We're going with the surrounding area. What if we did something like a couple fountains like that or something? Maybe not in that exact configuration. Let me have a look. Let's get where's my grass flooring? Because we'll put it on here. Doesn't quite match, but what we can do is just literally put this on the floor in this area. And then it literally does match because we're using the same floor tiles. So there you go. So then that all sort of blends together. Don't breed this though. And then we can do maybe... Well, hang on. What kind of fountains do they have here? They have a big circle fountain, just square fountain, like big square fountain, a couple of little bits in the middle. It's very free flowing and you know, gentle. All water back through there, which we can't really do free flowing. So should we just do a big fountain like this maybe? See, I think it looks pretty harsh with the diagonal corners. So maybe we have to add diagonal corners. Like maybe we do this. Just add like small little ones. Should probably be easier to do it this way. How do I... No, this doesn't work as easy as I thought it did. Damn it. Alright, do it like this. Come on. Really? I can't... Okay, you know what? Okay, hang on. Stop. Go away. Do it this way. Go down a level so I can see where I'm building this. Okay. So. We do... No. How did that happen? No, what is going on? Stop. Clicking there. There we go. Jeez. Alright, like this. There we go. Alright, then we cut out some middle sections because that seems to be the trend. Seems to be the fancy thing to do. You know what? Use this one. That bit. This bit. Because, I don't know, they seem to like doing that on that one over there. It's kind of cool. And then what do they have? Like big flagpoles? I mean, we won't do flags here because this is like a modern mansion house thing. But we can do a cool trim maybe. I don't know, something like that. It's pretty fancy. And I don't know what else to do with it, but for now we can just do that. So then that sort of incorporates the sort of Windenburg vibe. And then this whole area, architecture-wise, is very much a mix of very modern and contemporary and then old school. So I think this will fit in that way as well. Okay, so let's have a look at the actual house again. We should probably do that. You know, we are building a house. I think we should join these two sections. The best way to do that, I don't know. I think we'll just with a flat roof between the two even. You know what? Wait, where's that? So we've got a walkway here. Why don't we do it here then? Now, I would like to make this wider. I don't want it to be one tile, this connection. So what we might do, I might even bring this further back. So I'm going to bring this back. I'm going to widen this whole way to 2. This is then going to widen to there. This is apparently not a room, I guess. Is it not? It is now, and so is that. Okay, good. All right. Now, how do we sort this bit out? I guess if we bring the roof in, because that's just going to look dumb otherwise. And then maybe we can do, what if I replace that with a half wall instead? Do this, so the glass doesn't look strange. Maybe even that bit there. So we still have the glass in the middle looking forward. And then we can match that up with a window underneath. sort of goes there. And then maybe also this one of the windows there too, to be honest, just because it's a nice glass hallway is kind of the idea. We do that, and then now this whole side of the house, I didn't actually want that many windows, but I think that hallway is kind of a cool little section to do it in. So if that goes like that, then we have this coming round. So we've got this whole balcony here, which definitely needs supports. I'm not kind of sure what columns that I want to do in this house, because I don't think I want to do traditional actual columns. I'm thinking, what if we do stuff like this and then just do archways? I wish there was one that fit in the middle of 3, because that would be ideal. Or a middle-sized one that we could like hack on here. Can we use this? Okay, no. These don't really fit very well, do they? This is why we could do that one. No. This is why we need more columns. Not columns, what am I talking about? More archways. Because you can see, like, if we basically, here's what I'm thinking. You have this 3 wide window. Like, basically, we have that window frame here. And then so you still have the wall there, but it's like mostly cut out. I want you to be able to walk through this area. And I feel like these look pretty short next to those windows, so I think it's going to look dumb, especially with that giant drop down. So I don't think we can do that. Okay, so that idea is out. We could keep this section, this side though, maybe. Like, what if we continue that wall down the bottom there? Obviously, we're going to need to get some bushes to block it though, so it doesn't look like there's a giant hole in the terrain. So that wall continues all the way down, and then maybe we do have like a gap in this one. Maybe out of columns instead though. Probably not in white trim, because all the windows, we've got like brown trimmed windows, so it probably makes sense to match them. It's roughly the same. You know what? Where's the light? Where's the actual sun? Are any of these windows in the sun? No. Why are they not? The sun doesn't ever hit these windows, because I'm trying to match the color. But all the windows are in shade. All right, fine. I'm going to use this for now then. Oh, look dumb. It does look dumb, doesn't it? Maybe. No columns. We don't need columns. Get rid of that. So just leave a gap instead. So the wall is still there. And then on top, use a half wall to continue that up. Like that. I don't know. It's kind of cantilevered sort of setup, maybe. I don't know. That's what it is for now. Okay. Hey, can we get a half wall under here? Not where I was expecting it to go. I'll be honest. Yeah, I was like, I wonder if we can just get one like here. How cool would that be? Just like cover that up with a half wall. You can just put a fence there. God, there's so many grids in my way. Go away. What if I do like, wait, what if I do this? I just do move object, not move object, I pick it up and play. Oh, that doesn't work. Oh. Okay, never mind. All right. Okay, so that's good. Front door wise, I think I want to keep this whole side of the house pretty private, except for maybe that I just did. We could do, well, we can't do a really big door because the talls are not that wall. Yeah, exactly that, what I just said. The walls are not that tall, so I don't think we can do a door that's that big. We could do like, oh, that's, okay, you know what? I think we need to widen these stairs, which is fine. Hang on, so the middle of this door doesn't have a middle, so, I mean, oh my god, what am I saying? This wall doesn't have a middle, not the door. The door has a middle. So if we can get a 3-wide door, that'd be ideal. If I can speak properly too, that would also help. There are no doors. We could use... no, this doesn't. It really doesn't suit the style, does it? Or we could use... and we could use these doors. This is the most classic. This is like the perfect door for this build. Now, down the bottom, we're using these, which is great because the walls are taller. I wonder if we could... You know what? Maybe we can use... That's 2 wide. This is 3 wide. It technically lines up, but it is not centered. So I wonder if we could use like... That's not 3 wide. A larger door and then maybe like sort of blend it into the level upstairs so it doesn't look as weird. because that would solve the problem. Now, you might be asking, why don't I just make the walls taller? Because it'll make everything else not work. I think that makes the house look way too tall as well. Then around the back of the windows are wrong. And I honestly think if we make it, like, I think that looks good. I think walls that high and then windows in the middle, I think it's going to start looking way too big. Which, I mean, it is a big house, but we don't really want it to feel colossal. I'm going to use that. So I need a 3-wide door. It's got some privacy element to it, which this doesn't. I guess it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't. Look, it doesn't need to have some big privacy element to it. We can do the privacy on the inside. I was hoping there was a door frame that matches these window frame colors, which I think is roughly that. I mean, that one's pretty close. That'll probably have to do. The door itself is not great though. The color of it, which is a bit of a shame. Don't think there's really any other one I could use that would sort of fit in. Well, let's try that for now. So if I let's say if I did that, and then I go window upstairs, and it sort of intersects that door. Does that look dumb? Probably. What if I put over? What if I put this? That's not a floor trim. A floor trim. Oh, it goes down though. I was hoping it went up. No, I was hoping I could cover it with this, but it goes downward. That's sad. But freezers go up, don't they? But apparently can't really be placed on anything. I mean, it's actually not the worst. I don't think that's the worst thing at all. Probably should be centered though. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be, but probably be nicer though, right? Now, the other question is, do we... You know what? We don't put windows inside because then you can see how it doesn't actually line up properly. That's not too bad. I really don't think I minded that much. You have to let me know in the comments. This is where feedback and comments are really, really useful. Okay, I'll just do that a little bit. Look at that. There's the pathway that looks fine, and then I guess maybe that's grass. We can just put grass over this bit. Look at that. Can't even tell. Look at that blend. Beautiful. Okay, I think that's an okay sort of like thing for now. We'll see how we go with it. I mean, the actual height of the door is actually pretty much in line with the top of the wall, like just. Which, I mean, it might look weird if we ever looked at it like this when it opens, but we're not going to, so who cares? All right, so I'm going to do a wall there, all right? Privacy wall, okay? And I'm thinking this might be a bathroom or something. Maybe just a cupboard. I don't know. Is that too close? That's probably too close. Let's move that further back. Privacy wall. Yeah, so, you know, there's still a big window at the front, but, you know, if there's paparazzi coming up, they don't actually see in the house. They just see that. Whereas over here, obviously, this hallway that we've built is going to be... I reckon we'll leave that open because it looks quite nice. So I'm thinking what we do is get smaller doors that actually fit that gap that are more private. Then you can't see into the actual house area. Maybe these would actually be good for it if I put it here. Like big gold door. I like them as black, but the problem is black is not going with this theme. We're going like wood and natural tones everywhere. So that's kind of what we have to keep going with. And the door is too short. No. Are we now going to run into the problem where none of the doors actually go with any of this? Because I think that's what's going to happen. I mean, we could use these. These would probably be fine. Oh, black frame. We can't go black frame. No, the frame. Oh no, this door doesn't actually have the right colored frame. No. Oh no, guys. We've run into the issue of nothing matching except for glass doors, which I said I didn't want to use. Because all these doors are too small. Damn it. I guess we could go black door, but this is the best option. Is there a taller door that fits? I love that door. I love this door so much. I almost want to change the whole height of the house for it. But we're using them downstairs. I was like wondering, maybe there's like a tall door that somehow fits on. No, it's not going to be. Okay. How about this, guys? There's too much glass. It's too much glass. The whole point was to have this bit be private. What about these? Does this have a darker? This is a darker wood. See that color there is probably the one. What if we just did this? Those little starred doorknobs. Let's do that for now. Okay? That's what we got for now. That's a quick solution. We can always rework that. Now this section over here, I guess what I got to figure out is if I want this to be something separate. That should probably have a fence on it too, by the way. There you go. If I want this to be something separate in terms of like, do I want it to be completely removed from the rest of the house? Do we maybe set it up as a butler's quarter? Even though I don't really like butlers, we could set it up that way. This section here, how do we do this? How do I, because I obviously we want some windows. I'm going to leave that section be open because it sort of blends in really nicely. Maybe we go, you know what we do? Go like this. I don't think I do any down the bottom. We could do some windows down the bottom, but they're going to be way smaller and way higher up. We could do like something like this. Okay, I need to have a look at the color of this. Why is there no wall with sunlight on it? Here we go. It's like I need a wall that has sunlight on it. Is that so difficult to ask for? Right, where's the other windows? Give me this. Is there one that matches this frame color? Slight issue there. Got a slight issue there, governor. I would like to use this window. I wish I had this window that didn't have the weird inner board. Like, why did they add that? Why did they make it so thick? Ah, because then you got the matching frame, but you got this inner border that's really annoying. Actually, you know what? It probably won't matter because I'm going to cover the windows anyway, so it probably will be okay. So what I'm thinking is we do this, then we have these windows here. And they look a little low. Might even just slide them up a bit more. All right, and then wall decoration. It's not wall decoration. I think it says in actual decoration. Decorations, and then wall objects, is it? The ones from Get Famous, like these, is what I was thinking, right? Because these, oh yeah, these actually line up really well. Let's do something like that, because then it looks like a detail of the house. We could probably actually lower them a little bit. Lower that one too. Probably not that color, I'll probably change it, but like, I think this is what we do. Oops. Because you can't really see through that, especially if you're like here somewhere. And if we do blinds on the inside too, that'll be good. Now, I guess the question is, do we do the same up here, or do we just leave this as glass? Give me that. No, we probably leave that because number one, this is not going to fit over unless we scale it up. Oh god, no. That's probably pretty good. And then I don't know what the actual material of the house is going to look like. Okay, I also need to put this over here and choose the right color because, again, can't really see over that side. No, hang on, is that good? Yeah, that's good. So that is the second one, is what we want to do. So let's do that. Cool. All right, so that's looking good. It seems like, does it seem like we really did anything this part? This is kind of how these Let's Builds go. They take a while because we're sort of deciding how stuff's going to flow, how it's going to look. Now, material for the house, I'm thinking I want it to be a mix of probably stone. Maybe not that stone. This one, you know what? This one for the base level, maybe. Or maybe even a stone block might look good. Maybe more grey. Sort of go with Windenburg a bit better. That looks a little too old though. I think that particular one. So one that's more like sandstone-y. Not really. We only have for some reason like, oh actually you know what in here? There's this. No, that looks disgusting. This. That also looks there's no like really light, where's like a modern light sandstone? I'm asking that knowing full well this game does not have it. Like a really nice clean cut block of sandstone. It would be like, basically it would look like, probably like this, but new and clean and modern and much fainter lines. The blocks would be much cleaner. It would look like that, but 100% better. So instead of that, in lieu of that existing, let's use this fitness or shoe pack wall. Is that too dark of a color, do we reckon though? That does not go with the frame. You know what? It might actually have to just be a white because I think it'll probably look better. And then up top we can do like the more wooden, modern elements. This is what I'm thinking. I don't know. Again, this is all subject to change. All subject to change. Nothing to change according to the game. No, it is subject to change. So let me know as well in the comments below. I figured we might as well try and get like a bit of a color scheme. You know what? Even as a white, it could look quite nice. And then we have like the darker frames in that. No, you know, I think white is a little too stark. Maybe even like a grey. Or is that too boring though? Hang on, let me just cover all of this. I mean, and yeah, I think gray overall is probably boring. But we could do a mixture of... That looks pretty nice, though. What if we did the whole thing in this? Again, I'm kind of just painting everything, but not everything has to be this. Like, we can paint different sections, different colors, like some sort of structural walls could be part of this. Sort of stone. That could be good. I mean, I don't like the back of this. I think this is not looking good. Maybe we bring this down to here. You know, so this bit is the wood and then the rest is stone or something. Is it too dark? It seems very dark. Maybe it should be this one. But then I feel like the dark color gives it a really nice like richness to it. And maybe it'll look better with like some lighting and all that because it's really quite hard to tell. Well, that's very red there though, doesn't it? Because it is, no, it's not quite, not the red one. This is more red. It is brown. It's just a, yeah, it's just the sun. I don't know. I think we need a bit of like input and feedback on the color scheme. It's really, the lighting here is, I feel like this one looks too dull, you know? And maybe that one's too rich. I think we're kind of stuck between two colors there. Maybe this. Not that one. That one's too, maybe this one. Why is this like greens and pinks in it? Hang on. There's gotta be a good one. Maybe. Why is that vertical? We might be. That's a little bit of an impasse in terms of coloring right now. Maybe that. Oh, actually, you know what? This might be better. Good old base game to save the day. This might be the one. I think this is probably better than the other two. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. You can let me know in the feedback form linked in the comments down below. No, there's no, there's no feedback form linked. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I've just recolored all of this. Oopsie daisies. Oopsie doopsie. Let's recolor those. Missed a bit there. So yeah, all this lower bit at the front I think should be stone. Then around the back we can have a bit. I think that looks better. But let me know in the comments down below. Obviously, again, as per usual, everything is subject to change. We might even decide to demolish this. Oh, these white trims of the roof. That's not helping the look of this, I don't think. They should not be white. They should be like this. Yeah, that's better. That's better. And again, the floor trim as well is the same kind of thing. Like we've got this big white floor trim running across the whole thing. Which I guess we have this white trimmed fence. Does it have a different color? I think it does. Probably should have changed that when we built it. I mean, it doesn't change much. It changes a couple of the posts, but anyway. Yeah, so something like that. Oh, that one's not. There we go. Something like that is what I'm thinking. Maybe it's a little... Oh, what happened here? I don't know. Might be a little bit too brown. I think along with more decorations and actual landscaping and like plants and all that, it could come alive a lot more. But I think we're getting somewhere. Let me know in the comments down below. But thanks for watching and have an awesome day.